Today's date, May 30th, I think. May 30th, rough around 12 p.m. lunchtime, St. Francisville Courthouse. We're going to go ahead and try to get a little bit of work done here today on behalf of Scott Lowe. Now, that's the courthouse, meaning you cannot film in there. They separated it. All I got is keys and a couple of things anyway, so that's not a biggie. Good morning, fellas. Coming to get some paperwork done, or to inquire about some paperwork to be looked at.
Okay.
Is that going to be this floor, second floor?
You sign in right here and I'll tell you where to go.
Okay, he can sign in. I mean, I don't have to sign in.
Yeah, y'all both outside.
What time
Huh?
is it? Oh, shit.
And what law is that?
Just.
Come on, brother. I'm here to
Man.
hold somebody's rights up, brother.
I know. I talked to you before. Me,
Yeah.
you, with Jared, and with me, Jared, buddies, and just sign it. We just got nothing.
Just because you're his buddy, I can sign in?
Huh?
What's your name and badge number?
O'Brien.
Okay, can I get a card?
Hmm?
Can I get a
I
card?
don't have a forward.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the badge number?
0000001.
Really? You the first one was this?
Look, man, we had this talk. Me and you agreed with a bunch of stuff.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Huh?
I
You
do.
gotta sign in on who's in the building in case we have a fire. You can put Joe the fucking glove. I don't care.
I don't like that word. Come on, bro. Don't go there. I'm going to do this for you, okay? I'm going to come and do this for you. But I'm just letting you know that's a violation. No. I have my own cover.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so if you retaliate,
I'm not
guarantee you, buddy.
I'm just curious.
What's today's date? The 30th, correct?
Jared does a lot of my business. And,
All right, look, Jared ain't got nothing to do with here.
I know.
I'm here on behalf of me
Okay.
and Mr. Lowe,
Okay.
which means I hear.
All I'm asking you to do is sign in. That's
I'm gonna do that for you, bro. But it's unconstitutional.
Okay.
Okay? So that you know that.
Okay.
There you go. Time? 1:20. All right, brother.
There's a big clock. Big clock right there on the glass.
Yeah. Let me give him my stuff so you know. Got keys, got a lighter, got a wallet, and phone. That's it.
Thank you.
Second floor, downstairs?
Downstairs to the right.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, what we'll do, we need to ask and find out what's going to be the deal on the jargon. That's the big deal. So, we're going to take it from that phone. One person at a, what the hell is this? Please, one customer at a time.
All right, what are we going to do here?
Well, I'm going to try to get a rectification on this here, which could be easy. Let me go in along and see what they say. Do I have to wait outside, you guys, or I can just come in to ask my questions?
What you need?
I got some paperwork. I'm just trying to get somebody to look at for me real quick before I go to talk to Mr. Spillman about it.
Good day.
Mr. Spillman? Okay, so I have a person who inquired my help, and basically he's outside of his probation. He's outside of all of his stuff, and they had sequestered a firearm from him, and he is done with probation, done with it. We're just trying to get his gun back. So we don't know, I don't know who, if one of you legal paralegals can say that that's what that says, but that's what I'm looking for.
Did you talk to Spillman?
No, ma'am. I'm just trying to get it kind of rectified here first before I go to him. So basically, I'm working for a gentleman named Scott Lowe who had his firearm taken during an altercation, and it said forfeiture due to what would be the probationary period of 1 year. He has since contacted Mr. Spillman and asked, and Mr. Spillman said, well, you got to get to the judge or a paralegal up here to find out. And if so, we can get the gun back. But nobody wants to answer any questions about it. So we're trying to figure out where to go. He's pointing Mr. Lowe to go back to the judge, which is unnecessary. She's already ruled it and put it in the legal jargon for it to be, you see?
Well, he
he was ordered to forfeit the firearm.
Correct, but only because of the circumstances of probation. And if that wasn't true, then why'd they make him take?
No, I mean he was ordered to forfeit the firearm. I mean, he forfeited. It's forfeited. It's gone.
Okay, let's go to page 2 then, though, because look at the initial charge by Don Spillman on the probationary. It has nothing to do with a gun. I think it might be 3rd or 4th page. Hopefully I got it. Okay.
Right. Simple assault.
Right.
Is what he was convicted of, I guess.
Right. So why would we be losing a firearm here? When this gentleman was a former officer, as well as has a clean record from start to finish.
I mean, he lost it because that's what the judge ordered happened to it.
So in other words, I can pretty much put this together without him having proper people looking after these words, the jargon itself. He got scooped into losing it completely.
Well, look, here, you want to know who to call?
Sure.
This guy right here, Ryan Volo. That was his lawyer.
Oh yeah. But Brian ain't gonna do nothing. Brian doesn't even know what I know. Okay, and I know a lot about the law. The fact you got to sign in to get in this building, that's unconstitutional.
Yeah.
That right there is a big proof of, hey, we're just trying to take the steps to rectify, understand. Let me ask you this: can I get a meeting with Mr. Spillman? Not today, but in the future. Can you set me up a meeting?
I can't set up a meeting for you.
Or your secretary, or which office I need to go to?
We don't work for them.
What I'm saying
They
is,
work for us.
well, you work for the people, but I get you.
Yeah.
Is his office not in here?
Don Stillman?
No. Brian.
His office is right up there. You can go up.
So we can set an appointment with his secretary.
Yeah, I mean they're
Great.
right at the
I didn't know.
upstairs.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
no, I mean I don't make appointments.
Okay, because I saw the sheriff's office building down the road. I didn't know if he was there or
No,
here.
that's his right up the top of the stairs.
Okay.
When you get up there, go left. That's
Okay.
where his office is.
And your name was, sir?
Stewart.
Stuart, I'm Shane. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, thank y'all so much.
And look, as far as sometimes the judges order firearms forfeited. You know,
I understand that. I do.
whatever the reason.
We're just trying to see.
Yeah, I mean,
Why
I
is it
remember
happening?
the case and everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
let's get real. I'm dealing with. I'm a journalist, okay?
Right.
And I've got people from y'all's area contacting me by the hundreds. They're fed up with him. They're fed up with Brian Spillman.
Really?
That man destroyed this man's life. He can't even go see his son-in-law at an Air Force base. Now, why is his name on a list?
List of what?
Do not give entry on, military bases or certain, that shouldn't even be, right?
I have no idea.
So that's my point.
Right.
My point is under the dereliction of law and the color of law, what was done to Mr. Lowe, even after the fact, was wrong. 100% wrong. I can look Brian in the face and tell him the law, tell him how he derelicted that specific moment. It's done and gone.
Right.
But there's other things being brought up to me, like we've got an officer, Richie Parsons, who was found with a dead woman at a hotel room who's still on the force. Come on, brother.
He's not a sheriff's deputy.
But
I don't
he's a
think.
PD, and Brian Spillman took over the investigation outside the confines of Miss Sharon. He made her shut her mouth so he could take the case.
Yeah.
So how come that guy has his qualified immunity and a pistol, and my man here with a great record, a good man?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
So,
And as far as a simple assault conviction isn't going to keep him from anything.
you would think, but his name's on the list. So if
Well,
anything,
is that on like NCIC? I mean, I don't know how they.
I'm not sure.
How they
I don't even
run
know
that.
who
I
would
mean,
give the name for it to be on a list, right?
I don't either.
So let's say we can't get the gun back. Fine.
Yeah.
Can I have the judge rectify how his name's on the list so he can now travel the country? Hey, Mr. Love.
I mean, I have.
You know?
All I do is
No, I got
bring papers to
I'm
me
just
and
talking-
I file them
yeah,
and give them to the judge.
I'm just talking to you about it
I
because
mean,
you
like
seem
I said,
interested.
the Ryan Volo is who that'd be the first call I made.
Okay.
That's who you paid to represent you
Right.
in this, and if it's not,
So what I'm getting to learn here is that she probably swooped you under the bridge with that gun. You may not get it back.
Well, we're
But explain to him real quick, just even though you can't really help us, what happened when you went to go visit your daughter and your son-in-law?
29th wedding anniversary, going to Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
My son-in-law drove in or flew in from South Korea.
Right.
Did some training at Fort Sill.
Uh-huh.
First time I'd seen him,
Yeah.
he and my daughter since they got married. Because right when they got married, he flew out to South Korea. So we're going to celebrate our 29th wedding anniversary. My son-in-law's going to take mom and pop for a tour of Fort Sill.
Base, and they won't let you on.
Yeah, and it was so humiliating, embarrassing. I said,
Right.
"That's it. That is it."
Oh, a simple assault, which we're talking about an assault on an officer that was rogue. Officer Tanner, he needs to be dealt with.
I thought that whole case was like at your house.
Yes.
Where they were.
Yes. They trespassed in the middle of the night on my property.
Right.
And
I don't think you were ever charged. You weren't charged with.
Yeah, they convicted
assault
me of
of
a simple assault.
I know, but wasn't it just like illegal discharge or something? What was the original?
No,
charge?
it wasn't. The original charge was felony. I got locked out of it for a month. And when you get a felony charge, you don't get access until
Right, so it's trial. That's probably when they entered that information into either CIC or whatever it is.
Yeah, so that's probably what happened.
Which we
Then
would
the
need
bill
Judge
was
Jones to
amended
remove
to simple assault,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's what the trial was for.
Mm-hmm. But everything else above,
that's right.
so everything above that, before it was brought down, is still in play. That's why you can't go to the base. Or you can't.
Yeah.
Well, but so alright, so you may be able to call, what is it, Nix or something?
I think
Let's
that's
see if we got- there's FBI, so what happens, people contact us if somebody goes by it.
Okay.
Like, I can't imagine you would have any reason to not be able to own a gun, and Judge Jones is far and away the most pro-gun rights judge I've ever seen. Her husband he worked for, who's the biggest gun broker in the,
In a gun, Baton Rouge, firearms.
yeah, but who's the guy, like, the one that's a distributor for all these things?
For Louisiana?
Yeah, for like nationwide. I mean,
USA?
So give or take.
well, anyway,
Yeah.
you go talk to this judge about, she is more in favor of guns than anybody I've ever seen. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe
I'm thinking that she was gonna take away unconstitutionally,
Well, hold on, because look, if you look at the case from the beginning to the point of arrest, everything was done to this man was unconstitutional. The report's there. It speaks for itself. He walked Tanner in the house, gave him the gun on the dresser drawer. There was a consensual conversation, totally fine. And the moment that man said, something ain't right here, I've got a drunk dude trying to protect his kids that were on my property. Ain't nobody gonna hurt the kids. But all of a sudden, when he said, I want a watch commander or supervisor, Tanner threw him up against the car, beat on him, threatened to tase him. That's not how that goes. So what we're trying to do is say, right, what we're trying to do is
Full
say,
representation on a couple of attorneys, so I'm kind of through with any kind of route through those.
and I'm a First Amendment auditor, that's what I do. You know, so when I told you about the instance, right, with the PD guy, okay?
Yeah.
How can a person, a sheriff's officer, the sheriff himself, lead an investigation? In one sense, in this sense, you got two opposite ends of the spectrum. That's why
I
we're.
have no idea.
Because guess what? You know, he said it when he came in. You work for the people. It's your pleasure to help folks.
Yeah.
This is what we need from Mr. Stone. This is what we need from these other folks.
Now, I contacted Brian, he said that we need a judge.
Right. So we kind of need to.
Her office is in Clinton. I can give you her phone number.
That'd be great. I'll try to schedule an appointment. In fact, that your officer upstairs has me on my signing in, you really should have a time over
whoever runs that little area. That's bad news, brother. Can't do that.
Well, I mean, that's,
You don't get to know who I am. You don't get to know why I'm here
right.
because it's a publicly accessible area. So hopefully that gentleman will learn. What we trying to do
That's
through
something,
education.
that's something that you can address.
I will.
They're in charge of courthouse security.
Yeah,
and
not
They,
here.
they do, I mean, that's kinda like, that's kinda like you telling people at Air Force Base, no, you don't have a right to check my ID. He's trying to protect us. Just
Well,
like,
no.
I mean, it's really
A
not any
little
different.
different.
Now,
No, it is
in what
different.
way?
The Air Force Base is not specifically publicly accessible up into the gate. I can film that gate, I can film the guards, I can do all that. But the moment I go in, they have the full. This is a public accessible area, which the only place I can't film, only ask my name is when I walk into the court. I do the in hallways. I think that's still over the store, right? It's the
No,
other
I
building.
mean, it's upstairs.
Okay, so in other words, I can do the
I mean,
hallways.
there's a courtroom in.
It's all about education, helping one another work together.
So,
Thank you.
that's something, that's something.
Absolutely. You've been very kind.
All right.
All right.